Oh, turn the volume down on my TV so that, it doesn't disturb anyone in my house. I'm playing that game, Venture Capital, and it's called an idle game. So I don't want to be too... I just... the mobile version I've been making a lot. In fact, actually, we'll go on that right now. I'm waiting for Madden to start. This is how much I've been earning. 356 you can watch ads. All right, so as I'm doubling my earnings, I'm going. Green Bay is always elite. I was thinking about doing the Steelers, but I want to do an elite team. I don't know. Not the Falcons. Okay. I got one. Packers versus Chiefs.
Super Bowl 2, man. Super Bowl 2. Okay.
Yeah, my dad's in the end of this stream. He's watching it. Can you please stop? Sorry. He's just bothering me right now. Well, that's one of the streams I did before. Packers in Oakland, Kansas City. Well, I played with him. I played with him last time. You know what? Then I will go against Pittsburgh. A very evenly matched matchup. I'm going to score a lot today. I love how there's pass balanced. I'm doing trying to go with that venture capitalist thing. Alright, I'm not going to change any uniforms. But since we got the greatest quarterback ever, in my opinion, Aaron Rodgers, and there's no play clock, which is good. I don't want to do Super Bowl. Well, yeah, let's just do a regular expedition. So I will talk to you guys at the end of the game. Talk to you later.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers. This one fielded at the 5. And this Green Bay Packers offense will be commanded by Aaron Rodgers. Season 2016, Charles, obviously didn't end the way they wanted to, but what a run for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers from 4-6 to the NFC Championship game.
And that's what we'll remember the most, right to the brink of going to another Super Bowl for Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. But I can't help but reflect on the 4-6 start. So many people were questioning Aaron Rodgers during that time. What was wrong with his mechanics? Why weren't they doing things a certain way? He answered those critics in a massive way.
Last 11 games, 30 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. And he completes it to Jordan Nelson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And the 2016 NFL Comeback Player of the Year was Jordy Nelson. He had a fantastic year after the knee injury in 2015. Well over 1,000 yards again. And once again, he was the #1 target for Aaron Rodgers.
NFL high 14 receiving touchdowns. What dimension does he add that makes them so good on offense?
Dependability as well as speed. Right? Jordy Nelson's the type of guy who can run any route you want, yet he can also take the top off of a defense, as we like to say, by running past people. It's a heck of a combination to deal with. Plus, Aaron Rodgers knows when he gets in trouble, he just looks for Jordy Nelson, and 9.9 times out of 10, he'll find a way to get open.
And now a first down following that long gain. On first down, Rodgers. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Rodgers again now. And this is going to be incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. This will be caught by Nelson for a Packer touchdown. Jordy Nelson from 4 yards out. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And he just did get...
After review of the play, the movement on the field stands.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Rodgers will throw for it. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
It's complete. And he will get into the end. Get in for the opening drive score, and they go for 2. They need you this time.
Kickers? Who needs kickers for PATs?
Be nice now.
We want them for field
There you
goals,
go.
not for PATs. They went for 2 and got it. It's a new tone setter for this team.
And we shift our attention to the Pittsburgh Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger, Charles, a man who could become the next 50,000-yard passer in the coming season. Would have had his 5th 4,000-yard individual season last year if it wasn't for the couple of games he missed.
I think his consistency is something we have to start talking about, because we talk about being one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and there's really no doubt about that. But just him answering the bell. Remember Big Ben as a younger quarterback, moving out of the pocket, taking the hit, shrugging them off? Now he's staying in the pocket and winning from there more and more, and I think that's going to enhance his career going forward.
And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So a second down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. Sammy Coates, the intended target there. And it's 4th down. The Steelers call here on the Aussie, Australian-born Jordan Berry now to punt this one away. Trevor Davis, deep for Green Bay. Fielded at about the 28. Look at the spin.
Balance.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Surveying the field, looking middle, and it's incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Rodgers now to throw. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. This is Bell, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
No matter what play call you have on, you're always conscious of edge pressure disrupting you. And it doesn't matter whether it's a pass or a run. And in this case, it was a draw, and the edge pressure came in and destroyed the play.
Eli Rogers, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And taken right on the 30. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. The Steelers defense getting ready here. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others. I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way.
In the red zone this time. Rodgers now on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one.
That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. There goes Green. 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
They'll try again with Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. So they tried runs on 1st and goal and 2nd and goal, got stonewalled. Now from here, they've got to throw, right?
I would think so, and I would think you also maybe want to come up with something different in terms of formation. Maybe spread things out a little bit. Even though you're down near the goal line where things are tight, get it spread out a little bit and try and find some room to operate.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses we talk to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, we focus on him for our Players Spotlight. And it's safe to say he has been getting his money's worth in this one.
I would agree with that totally. Being able to go back and launch it and air it out. And let's face it, it's not just him stepping back and flinging it, though. You've got to have someone who can go get it. And that's important for any offense. Someone who can stretch the field, or as they like to say, take the top off of a zone defense. Open things up, because then you can come back and throw underneath and gain some pretty good chunks of yardage as well.
He's ripped the top off of whatever defense they've been playing. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. In motion right comes Cobb. They go play action here on 1st down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Javon Hargrave breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep. And got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. Give him 22 on that one. And the Packers are going to have a 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Lacey. got this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Eddie Lacy, 26 yards. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. We focus our attention on the Green Bay defense as they head out. And last time out, they gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense gets into the red zone, the thinking naturally for the defense is, okay, 3 points. We're going to give up 3 here, but let's make it no more than that. They met their goal.
On the other side, though, the offense, they weren't very happy.
No, because there's an opportunity. Once you get to the red zone, you're not thinking about kicking a field goal. You're thinking about how do you get it into the end zone, and when you don't, you walk off the field feeling a little bit of failure on that.
Sammy Coates off to the races. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 56 yards.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Yeah, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Sliding out of the pocket. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And complete right side to Cook. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Clay Matthews in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. The 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 81 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
no, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
He won't go down. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this one,
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. On 1st down, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete. 1 quarter down. It's the Packers on top early. We're back to Lambeau in just a moment.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Back to the air on 2nd down. As pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Ryan Shazier in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. They go play action for Lacy. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through, and that will make the lead now 26. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And he locates Wheaton complete. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a first down carry by Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit.
Touchdown, Packers! Richard Rodgers, 33 yards. And the Packers continue to roll. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. They'll run it with Lacy. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. They come up with 1 running back. That's Bell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
It's not exactly round and round we go, but I'm looking at the poor defenses. All right, back-to-back possessions. The ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly. And you think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing sudden change. Get back out there, grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now. But if this keeps up, you're going to have 2 very angry defenses. You want the offense to take care of the ball. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz it.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are pouring it on. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because...
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
I'm not not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And Cook has it, left side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
See him now play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays. Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick first down.
Rodgers now on tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jared Cook, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers continue to roll.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. We get a look at the Packers defense as they work their way into position. That interception the last go-around when they were out there, 4 turnovers now for this unit. Pretty impressive.
And how happy are they to actually run back on the field? Most of the time, defenses want to get off the field, but when you picked off 4 passes,
They want to stay out.
they want to stay out there and not just pad their stats, but really give themselves a game to remember and a game to play off of the rest of the season.
And they'll be looking for turnover number 5 now. Brown, the lone receiver, left. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Little a lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline that's kind of interesting. L.A. a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have two with the move from San Diego to L.A. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less
to become
culture
the Rams.
shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium essentially for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played one season as such.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time there was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. A chance for us again to look at this Pittsburgh defense. They struggled that last drive. They were kind of hit two ways, both with the run and the pass.
And I love how you brought hit into it because a lot of defense coordinators like to show a little cut-up film the night before a game. They usually have some boxing in there, and it always shows the guy being the aggressor, the guy on his toes punching, not back on his heels taking punches, and that's where this defense was on the last possession.
They were on their heels. Will they be on their heels again? Let's see. They come up in an offset eye. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing is Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. James Harrison in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. That's complete right around the 8. 6 yards on the pickup. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They run. It's Lacey. They tried to pound at him with Lacey. He comes up short, and the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, I just kept using it.
They'll go again with Bell. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
9 yards to go. It's third down. To give to the fullback on the dive. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
I'm not sure how much I really love that call. It almost seems like a little bit of a give up there. But maybe what they were thinking is, we've got a chance to pop one. They think we're just going to give up here. It's the big man, and maybe he can get through.
First and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, they had it fourth and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get... And this is caught! Touchdown, Packers! Devontae Adams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are pouring it on. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He'll get it running right. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
They were stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. It's a big run that time by Bell. 44 yards. And for those worried about whether or not Le'Veon's explosiveness would return, I think we just had our answer.
ACL? What ACL? This guy's back running as if he were totally healthy and never had an issue.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. Antonio Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are able to get a score back.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there. They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, Lacey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Eddie Lacy, see you later. Touchdown, Packers. Eddie Lacy with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers continue to roll. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone.
And Big Ben intercepted a third time. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first, because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone.
And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Danny Lacy on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are pouring it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine. You know, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together.
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 57 yards. And the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down a bit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helped.
And now it's blocked. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers continue to roll. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Packers are just destroying the will of the defense with the way they've been running the football. The Steelers will need to buckle down and slow down that run game to get back in this one. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Packers lined up at the 48. Adams able to get open here, and he'll go in for the touchdown as the blowout continues. Packers have it on 2nd and 5. Lacey's looking for room to run, and he ends up rushing in for his second touchdown, continuing a high-scoring half. Final seconds in the first half. Bell's got nobody around him on the catch, and he'll take this all the way for a touchdown, continuing a crazy first half. Packers have it late in the first half. Adams got the catch here, and that's a house call, as both offenses continue to rule the day. And with that, we'll wrap up our halftime report and head back out now to Lambeau Field for the start of the second half.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle, starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. But Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
Hey, from worst to first.
They go play action here on now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Look at the big man rumble. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
Tight end right. Four down. Check. Four down.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Again, it's Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
All right, partner, this is where I get to show my age. Because I remember when the strip sack kind of came into vogue, where defenders were taught not just to make the tackle, but do that little extra, try and jostle the arm of the runner and not get free. Well, that's what we just saw there.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's caught at the 1. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Rodgers to throw on second down. Flushed out right. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers punching it in from a yard away. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Packers.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. Now a play fake here on first down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Brandon, that just looked like a lot of confusion to me at the line of scrimmage. I don't think the offense had any idea of who was coming on the blitz and who was dropping off.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Green's got it over the middle. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And that'll bring up a fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And it's taken in at the 9. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steelers defense getting ready here for this next possession. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game where they've just given up points, gotten pushed around, so to speak, during this contest. They've got to find a way to end it right here, right now.
Can they end it? Let's find out. Rodgers now on first down. They'll roll him out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
Yeah, showed it right there outside of the pocket and on the money. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
Rodgers going to give to Lacy on the draw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second and just 1. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, here's Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Eddie Lacy, the one he was trying to get it to. And it's third and short. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Oh, he bowls over it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree. He's the one that finally ends up corralling him, and my goodness, that is a disastrous loss. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it too.
So they're operating in the red zone. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw is Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 3. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jared Cook, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Packers are pouring it on.
Well, that worked out perfectly. The holder took the ball and found his man wide open for a pass and a score on a fake field goal. I love that play.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. He's going to get the football. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackle was there right away for a loss of yardage.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 48 yards. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. In motion goes the tight end. Rodgers now on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Adams. Still on his feet. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And again, it's Rodgers. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And escapes the sack. He can run for it, and he will. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try to pound it in with Lacy. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking the door now. 3rd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers continue to roll.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he's just...
After reviewing the call, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Ty Montgomery taking it in. And the Packers are pouring it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Now Crosby for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Hey, hey, hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And back out on Packers defense.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Four down. Check. Four down.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Green with a catch left side. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Oh, good hurdle. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes. When people line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. He gets it to Brown, complete. Give him 30 yards there.
Okay, third and short, the mindset of the defense, probably playing the run first. But if you're playing any type of pass coverage, tight coverage, press coverage, and offenses often convert their routes at that point and go farther downfield. And that played off in a big way for them on that one, on big-time catch downfield.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Over the middle here to Coates. 14 yards that time for number 14. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now Roethlisberger. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Hey, Blue 30. You got 4
Now Bell. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Everyone's got four down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the 1st down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the 1st down line.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Daniels in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They come up with 1 running back. That's Bell.
47,
And they'll give it to him here. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. 3rd and goal now. Maybe the offensive coordinator thinking blitz here. And he'll take this one down near the 15. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4. And that'll bring up 4th and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They begin the drive with Lacey. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, Guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They run it again with Lacey. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there? And that's run the football.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacey. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Second down following the run. Now Rodgers will handle Lacey. Shooting the tackler, and it gives him some room. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Rodgers throwing here. Over the middle, Rodgers.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Lacey. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Again, it's Lacey. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Lacey. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
into the fourth quarter now, the offense has got to feel like they've imposed their will and kind of taken the life out of the defense. And you can see it from the perspective of the guy carrying the football. Those holes have to look huge, similar to a great hitter. Seeing a ball come into the plate and he's in the zone, the ball looks like a beach ball to him. He's just smacking it over the wall. Now what you're seeing is a runner whose eyes are wide open, and he's envisioning a goal line.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use as the kneel down comes. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They come out here in the I. Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
All right, everybody. So, pretty fun game, I guess, but But this game is over. I'm just gonna look at the stats really quick. Mason Crosby did throw 1 touchdown reception. Ben Roethlisberger had 3. Rodgers perfect. Le'Veon Bell. Nah, you've got Aaron Rodgers time. Montgomery, that last play should have been a touchdown. Of course, you got defense. So Nick Perry and Mike Daniels both have defensive touchdowns. And of course, you've got a kick return. Alright, and that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm going to see the comment. Oh, Ali Dren. I have no idea who that is. Alright, so hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to the beach. Peace out. Tomorrow I am. Tomorrow I'm going to the beach. Peace out.